Hi Virgo, this is Lost Twin Tarot. My name is Colette if you've never viewed me before. This is a brand new channel. This is actually my first round of reading, so this is my first reading for you. Um, if you've never watched tarot or if you've watched tarot all the time, this is a general reading, so take the pieces that resonate and leave the pieces that do not. Um, I've already cleansed the space, meditated on your cards, but what I like to do is just give a final small shuffle in before I cut the deck. I have two decks, one um, for my main spread and then a clarification deck. Um, what I like to normally do, or at least for this first round of readings, is that um, I like to pull the cards, and then if I need additional clarifiers, then I will take the pop outs. I know some readers don't take pop outs, but the way I see it is that if it's a pop out or if it's going to be whatever's going to come out, it's going to come out. So let's go ahead and see. You are actually the last first sign I am doing. Let's see what we have for you. We have the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the first deck. You have the Page of Cups on the bottom of the clarification deck. So let's see what we have for you. And I know the setup is not perfect just yet. I'm trying to get everything just how I want it, and eventually everything will be almost perfect. Hopefully it'll take time, but I'm promising and hoping it'll be just how I want it. So let's see what we have. We have the High Priestess, the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the World card, and the Page of Swords. Okay, let's see here. All right, what do we have there? All right, we have the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Three of Cups, the High Priestess again, and the Hermit. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so right off the bat, what I feel like it's saying is that with the Ten of Swords and the High Priestess, I feel like something's telling you, your intuition is telling you that there's something that is calling your attention that needs to come to an end. I feel like it's you're the High Priestess is about something that is somewhat hidden away for all to see, or it's almost something that is what can't be revealed yet. You're not sure what is to come. And you're not really sure, and I feel like that's almost like you're not sure what's going to happen, and it's almost like, you know, but you feel like an ending is coming almost, or almost like you're feeling like something needs to end. I feel like your intuition is guiding you. Um, that we'll get some additional clarifiers there. Um, I feel like that also because the Seven of Pentacles is next to the Queen of Wands. I feel like you've been, investing your a lot of time and energy into something. She's, she's leaning back and she's looking at that painting, and he's leaning back and he's, looking at that garden he's growing. And I feel like you've been investing a lot of time in something. You've been investing a lot of time and energy into something, and she's looking at that painting like what she's, you know, all that time and energy it takes to, work on the garden. the time and energy it takes to, work on a painting. And both of those things you really need to be proud of. It takes a lot of energy to paint, a picture. It takes, a lot of energy to, work on a garden. And both of those things, you stand back and you want to see, if you should continue it, whether you should change it, what you should be doing with it. Um, and I don't know if this is the thing, that you should be, um, you know, saying something's, calling it quits on with that Ten of Swords, or if maybe there's something else that you need to cut out so you can continue on this. You have the Nine of Pentacles as well, with the Five of Swords. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles, that's Virgo energy as well. No, Virgos, Virgos are very attractive people. Um, and they're also, they work very hard and they're also like, they're often very misunderstood people. Um, I feel like it's often because they take care of themselves. They usually are kept to themselves, and sometimes they're they're kept to themselves, and they're often seen as somewhat shy. Um, and they work very hard. Um, they're often very independent, just like the Nine of Pentacles. They take care of their home. Um, I feel like with that Five of Swords, that's saying, you work really hard for everything you do. And that Five of Swords, with this, if you're having like a negative influence come around, it's almost like you just don't want it around. You don't need people kind of almost, she has that sword and she's just kind of blocking them completely out of, you know, that nest that she's in. You know, it's kind of ironic because, it's like those birds, you would think that would be their nest, but it's almost like she's claimed it as her spot. Um, and I feel like it's almost saying like, well, this is my home. Um, representing the home. Nine of Pentacles represents a home. I feel like, whatever you're working on, whatever you're, taking how it resonates, whatever you're putting your energy into, is taking a lot out of you. And I feel like you're tired. I feel like it's draining. Um, but you don't know if you want to give up or not. I feel like sometimes you do want to give up. And I feel like you expect support from others and sometimes you don't get it the way you feel like you do. I feel like that because of the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Cups. I feel like you could be trying to get some clarity, possibly from a group situation. Um, you could be getting together with some people um, and trying to, this could be over, because of a celebration, whether it's a birthday or anything like that, or, just to get together for something. We do have Easter in the month of March, so that could be, and this definitely looks like some sort of garden or happy time, like an Easter celebration. I feel like you could be talking to people in your life, about situations. Um, and a Queen of Swords type person could be giving you the truth and clarity that you could be looking for. I feel like it could also be really helping you too. It could be something that, you know, it could provide you with the much needed clarity that you need. With the next one, you have the High Priestess as well with the World card. And what that feels like that's saying is that, your intuition is guiding you with that. The World card is all about, it's about achievement. It's about kind of going through that portal. In a way, I feel like you're almost kind of stuck in that portal. You're kind of almost half in, half out. You're kind of going through, one dimension to another. You feel like you're, kind of going through. You're kind of in, you're out, you're in, you're out. Um, and I feel like with the High Priestess card, you just it's almost just like with that, you know, she represents, what is to come, what is to be revealed. And it's almost like, you know, kind of like when you were almost like, the going through that mirror type of, like in the movies where you kind of go through the mirror type of thing, where it's like, what is to be revealed, you know, it's almost like it's a big secret. What is going to be on the other side? I feel like it's almost like it's the universe is a mystery, the future is a mystery, we're done with the past, but it's just like the future is, it's just a mystery. I feel like with what is happening, it's just like it's a little bit of a worry, you know. You feel like things should be just coming along easier than they are. And I don't mean like that, like they should be coming along easier. I feel like in a way, like you're like, why do I carry so much worry? Why can't things just be a little bit more, you know, I feel like you almost like um I don't know, I feel like I don't want to say like a chronic worrier, but I feel like you're just like, I feel like no matter what I do, something needs to be like tweaked, I feel like is what I'm gathering. Um, you have the Page of Swords and the Hermit. The feeling with this is that you're really trying to take your time and really learn. You're really watching. You're really, carefully. You could be reading up on everything. The Hermit is all about, just taking that time and, you know, looking within. Well, what does that mean? What does looking within mean? Right? And I feel like it's almost like not really looking, not being so, I guess, in your head so much. I feel like that's the only way I can describe it. Um, but with the Page of Swords, I feel like if that's a card of learning, and the best way I can describe it without it being like cliche is I feel like this is almost an experience where one day you're going to take the experiences that you've been kind of gathering and learning and taking all the information that you're kind of, like breadcrumb, like kind of just picking up these things like breadcrumbs. And then eventually, things are just gonna kind of shine like that star. And then it'll kind of make a little bit more sense to where you can say, oh, okay, well, and ever so slightly, it's not gonna be like a bright light bulb. It's gonna be like a dimmer that ever so slightly gets a little bit brighter. And then you say, oh, I think I have this figured out. I think I have this figured out, and now I can go on with what I need to do. I never want to give readings that are like, this is coming in for you, this is amazing, this is what, because life is not like that. Um, so I want to be as, as pretty much as genuine as possible in these readings. Um, because that means, life's not like that. You're not gonna wake up and everything's gonna be, clear, because nothing is like that. Alright, let's see. With the High Priestess and the Ten of Swords, let's see what else we have coming in for you, Virgo. Alright, we have two that wanted to come out. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So you have the Six of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, High Priestess. What's on the bottom of the deck? Yeah, you have the Seven of Pentacles again on the bottom. So with the Nine of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, I feel like what this is saying is that it's almost the same type of thing. I feel like it's almost like you're worried about putting energy into something. You know, they're looking out that window and it's like they're worried about what am I putting my energy into? Should I invest my time into this? Am I wasting my time? I feel like you have a lot of energy to give, Virgo, but you will. Um, you almost don't want to give your energy away too easily. Um, Virgo people are very I feel like are very body conscious. We know, I'm a Virgo, all rising. Um and sometimes I feel like we're very I feel like sometimes it's like you can almost tell how you feel very easily. Um so if something doesn't feel right, you just know right away. Um like when it comes to just if chemicals feel wrong or just that type of thing. Very body conscious. If you eat something, it's just like, no, I know this didn't agree with me type of thing. With the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords again. You have the Seven of Cups on the bottom. I feel like you're really paying attention to the decisions you make. You're very analytical. You're analyzing everything very carefully. It seems like this is just you're doing all the research you can. You want to make sure you're making the right decision. But at the same time, you don't want to be over analyzing because that is a like an analysis paralysis type thing. You don't want to almost critique everything and overanalyze it because you'll almost go crazy. What's the Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles? Yeah, you have the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is saying that, you know, don't I feel like, Seven of Swords, it can be the lying, cheating, stealing card. You have the Queen of Swords on the bottom right here. You have the Queen of Swords right there. I feel like this is almost like if you're dealing with a lying, cheater, stealer, or that type of situation, the Five of Swords, I feel like you're cutting anybody like that out. Especially with the Five of Swords. I feel like um and if you're doing that, you're quietly doing that, you're quietly sneaking away. Um, and you're using that tactful strategy in that way. You're not making a big, performance out of it. You're just quietly sneaking it away. You're doing it in that graceful Virgo way as well. What's the Queen of Swords in the Three of Cups? You have the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups again. So yeah, I feel like Page of Pentacles can be about, something that is what it can be about the start of something that is, long lasting. And with the Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords, if you this is something that's at a gathering, somebody could be offering you an opportunity. This could be something that they're offering you a piece of advice for, especially with the Seven of Cups on the bottom. They could be offering you something that helps you, that helps guide you um, in aiding the right decision, in clarity. They could be just telling you something that just kind of seems so simple, but then at the same time, you're like, oh, yeah, why am I making such a big deal about this? I feel like sometimes, we as um just people in general, we do make big deals out of situations that are, you know, don't really need to be big deals. But I feel like if it's almost like I feel like if we don't, then nobody's gonna make a big deal about it for us. And then we almost feel like that they don't then I almost feel like then we don't feel like we matter, or it's almost like we feel like then um we almost feel like we're not getting the attention that um feel like we feel like that we are, you know, really feel like we get in life. It's almost like we have to make our own party for ourselves, I feel like sometimes. With the World and the High Priestess, you have the Six of Cups and the Nine of Wands. And I feel like what this is saying with those energies is that, you know, there's Nine of Wands, it's all about that wounded warrior energy. It's about, keep being persistent and keep, he's pushing up that mountain. He keeps going up that mountain. You know, those big pieces of log or whatever that is. But, like I said before with that world card and that high priestess, you're kind of stuck in that, stuck in that porter, not knowing what to do, not really sure, what is on the other side. But with that Six of Cups energy, I feel like, you know, they're in this, pretty whimsical, beautiful type of area. And it's kind of saying, like, yeah, you don't really know what's up ahead, but, there's these mountains and then there's these beautiful, hot air balloons. And it's like, if you just kind of look past those mountains and look at the hot air balloons, it's really kind of almost mystical. It's kind of almost like mystical, and it's almost like almost something out of kind of like kind of sort of like a fairy tale almost kind of like magical. I almost feel like what this is saying is like you're almost pushing past something that is almost like you almost feel like um you're putting so much energy into something, and you almost feel like it's like you're like every time you feel like you do something, you feel like nope, that's not for me. Or you almost feel like you are like there's more needed. There's more um like there's more knowledge needed, or there's something else needed. The mountain is still high. There's still more climbing to do, which is, fine. We're always striving to do better, but I feel like this is also, you know, the mountain doesn't have to be, you know, this awful, treacherous mountain. The mountain can be an enjoyable climb to get to a nice viewing spot, I guess is what I'm saying, if we want to put it in a metaphorical type of, you know, way. Let's see what the Page of Swords and the Hermit is. Hermit and the Page of Swords. Yeah, we have the Queen of Swords again and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I feel like, the Ace of Cups is, your emotions overflowing, this, really pretty, these flowers and everything, they're growing out of that cup right there. The Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck, that's saying to me, that almost, you're gaining clarity on something. The Hermit saying that you're doing this research with the Page of Swords, and whatever it is, you're gaining clarity on something. You're gaining wisdom on something, and you're learning through this whole thing. I feel like whatever it is that you could be possibly, kind of going through, and this doesn't have to be a huge, you hardship or anything, but I feel like what this reading is mostly saying is kind of almost kind of like where should you put your energy in? What you should put your energy into? What do you kind of what are you wasting your energy on? You know, where are the ways you can, kind of best put, your time in? And what are the things in your life that are, just kind of like what, times have been? And I feel like this is also kind of like a lesson in, kind of maybe not so much a lesson, but kind of like, you know, how to, I guess, maybe not live in kind of like your mind so much, I guess. But I guess then we all need to do that, don't we? I'm gonna leave it here, Virgo. Again, I hope you enjoyed your reading. This was for March. Um, and I'm gonna hopefully have the weekly readings up in the next few days. But I hope to see you soon, and I really hope you enjoy your reading. Thanks so much. Bye.